Welcome into the Wit and Grit Sports Podcast. We are talking everything post Silverstone. Wow, I cannot remember a race that had so many safeties that was also still very exciting.
It was really fun. Yeah, I actually, it was my first race, I think, watching with that much rain involved. So it was really something cool to see.
I know you didn't have as many tickets out as I did. So
Right.
every time they mentioned somebody crashing, I was like, ah.
Yeah. No, I did
Ended
one
up
of those
losing
things.
a few, but
of course, I was doing that thing all morning where I was kicking myself because, I didn't really have anything out on this race. I'll be honest with you. But, I woke up and I was like, if I were, I would put someone Lando today to podium. I'll be fair, not to win, to podium. So watching the whole race, I was like, dang it, I would have been right.
Well, we will talk about how I backed Norris to win and then
nice
at almost 2-1 without actually putting a bet on him. We'll talk about how almost 240 races, just shy of 240 races, one driver finally gets to the podium as his team is evolving. We'll give you all.
I think you might have froze up, Ian. I don't even know if we're still going right now. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. And we're back.
And we're back.
Thanks for those sponsors. We really appreciate that.
Did the title play? My window just completely dropped.
Nothing happened. You started talking about the first guy that got the podium, and then you went away. No way you froze again.
Welcome to Wit and Grit,
Maybe.
where Ian and Sean break down sports betting, pop culture, or whatever's on their minds. The Wit and Grit Podcast.
Maybe he'll get it figured out. Maybe not. At least if anyone's watching, it froze on him making a really happy face. All right, I'm going to see if I can fix this. Aha, I fixed it. Can you hear us, Ian? And by us, I mean me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Let's see how long we can stay connected. Before we get into today's episode, a quick note. The following discussion includes our personal picks, win totals based on our own research, gut instincts, sometimes just plain fandom. We're sharing what we're betting on, not telling you what you should bet on. Please gamble responsibly. And remember, nothing here guarantees a win. We are not financial advisors or legal experts. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Well, let's kick off with what was honestly one of the craziest British Grand Prix in recent memory.
Yes. Lots of fun, though.
I mean,
there's a ton of action.
When Verstappen took pole, it was a big shock.
Hmm.
And then a lot of people thought that because Verstappen had pole, he was going to clearly be able to just sail into clear air. But the race had other ideas. He's been complaining about handling for a couple of weeks, and we kind of saw that play out, didn't we?
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't really straightforward under those wet conditions, like you said. But the penalty changed the race. Piastri still had track position and just the decent gap to Norris, but he couldn't recreate his early pace. As the track dried out, Norris just really started reeling him in there.
Oscar was in total control early, pulling a 13-second lead before that first safety car, bunched everybody back together. And that's where it all went sideways. I mean, He got hit with the penalty on the restart for the second safety car. He slowed down too much trying to control the pack. Verstappen jumped ahead, and the stewards hit him with a 10-second penalty. And trying to do something with that penalty, I mean,
it changed everything,
right?
It did. Yeah, yeah. Like we said, that's he had the position and the decent gap to Norris, but he couldn't finish it up as things started drying out. So. Norris's pit stop actually scared me kind of midway through the race too, where he hung there a couple seconds too long. I think it was that front left tire. I kind of thought that was going to be the nail in his coffin for a second, but no, he held strong. He said he's since Thursday he's been saying he would trade every win for this one at Silverstone. So he got that dream today. Super emotional.
Silverstone, sir.
Silverstone. Yeah, thank you.
Respect the British.
Right. Yeah. So, but I mean, he gets that emotional scene in front of the home crowd. McLaren's social media team hyping him up on the Lando stand all weekend was cool. Really good scene. It was honestly hard to tell who won the race because, I mean, I know we're going to talk about another driver here soon, but there were a couple of big celebrations on the podium today.
I mean, Verstappen's day just kept falling apart.
It did.
That early spin on the safety car restart sent him from P2 down to P10. Even after recovering back up to P5, he was calling the car undrivable. Cursing about the setup.
Yeah. It's got to be. I still think the writing's on the wall with him and Red Bull.
Yeah, they put out so many stories that just happened to try to really put cold water on that whole idea, from George Russell saying, I would be incredibly shocked to be going anywhere, to Red Bull's team principal kind of saying that, I think that Verstappen wants to be the face of Red Bull and all this stuff. And I don't know. If you guys don't get a better car.
Yeah. He did at least manage to salvage some points, but I mean, barring any major reliability hits from McLaren for the rest of the season, I think it's over. And speaking of reliability, 5 DNFs, I think it was. I mean, those conditions were you needed some more experience than that out there today.
Yeah, and let's do some housekeeping. The DNFs are a perfect way to start that transition.
Perfect.
On the betting side, overall, it wasn't our strongest card, but honestly, with 5 rookies DNFing in pure chaos conditions, I'll take these results because we did not lose much. We lost about a little over a unit. Right. So, big headline was Hulkenberg's dart hit a massive plus 1,000. That was a gut call for me. No data, just the fact that he had gone from P19 to P9.
Texted me about it days ago.
Yeah, I told you days ago.
Yeah.
I was like, I want him in the points. I never doubled down and went for a top 6 or even thought I was going to be able to catch the falling knife of it being his first podium in 239 races.
I mean,
but imagine if I had.
Hulk smash.
So one of my biggest wins of the day was 1/3 of a unit, because some of the racing stuff, it's best to just
Did you freeze again? See, he's got all the notes about the bets, and I go off him, so it's kind of hard for me to carry when he freezes up. Fun race, though. If you watched it. Rainy. Lots of rain, wet, slick. There's drifting. There's passing, lead changes, pit stops. All sorts of cool stuff. I'm going to see if I can fix this again. All right, I fixed it again.
Man, I have no idea why this keeps happening today.
You know, it's got to be the weather.
No, it's got something to do with the service we use to live stream. They're having a problem with all web browsers. So
Wow.
yeah, it's not us.
Not us.
Anyway, talking about drivers who are hot and who are not. I just want to throw in Hadjar was among the.
Not again.